Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? Hello, Kaz. Sophia. Hello. Long time no see. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Another day. I was worried a lot of people wouldn't see it simply because I started early today. But wife's work schedule had to change this week because it was my brother's birthday, so we had to move things around. Oh, you were here last. Were you here last week? I'm sorry, I just don't remember. I'm really bad with usernames. But it's nice to see you regardless. Hopefully, still rocking the gigantic number of games. But hopefully, everyone is doing good. Thank you for the follow, Soul. Another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar. Oh, for those interested, I'll probably mention this again later. But for those interested, we do have. I am going to start reworking my Patreon, here pretty soon, to try to push $1 a month patronage. The $1 a month will get you access to basically all the lectures and lessons after the fact. So $5 a month, you can attend the Clossi class. You will be able to attend the Clossi class and lectures live, and then $1 a month, you just get access to all the lectures after the fact. And my aim is to try to push the $1 a month. But yeah, if you would like to support what I do, once I reach some certain goals of number of people, I'm going to be hiring some teachers that teach on Discord for all the patrons. So if you would like to see lectures, lessons, and support what I do, you can do so for now $1 a month. I should probably keep that link at the ready. Yeah. One dream is to get 10,000 people signed up. So if I get 10,000 people signed up, I could sponsor like huge tournaments like every single month. Probably unrealistic, but I can dream, right? I can dream. Like I would run so many Go events around the world. Oh, if I had the budget of an entire organization, I would run so many events. Oh, that's the dream, though, right? That is the dream. All right, so do we have any 6Q to 4Q volunteers? Yeah, you got to dream to achieve it. Yeah, step 1 is get to 100 patrons. Step 2 is get to 1,000 patrons. Step 3 is 10,000 patrons. Easy.
Real big jump from 1,000 to 10,000.
I mean, it's a jump. It's just times it by 10 every goal. Just do 10 times the amount of the previous goal.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough to double. You have to do it like 10 times the amount. I think for me though, the way like my plan to do it is to make content Just to make content and services that are worth signing up for. Because I don't think it's just the fact of $1 a month. It's the fact of people's time to actually click the links and sign up for something and then stay signed up and get involved in the community. So even though it sounds like really cheap, like $1 a month, it's actually I have to work and I guess make services and not quite products. I'm not selling products, but make services that are worthy of someone's time. And if you think about it that way, then you got to work like really hard and stuff. Which I have been working for the last 2 months to 3 months. I've been working really hard to improve my YouTube quality, and I think I've done quite a bit better. I'm getting quite a bit better at YouTube. And I've experimented with a lot of different types of videos, and I have some general ideas of some videos that I want to release. Um, but I think I've improved a lot at YouTube. But now I need to like start getting results from that, and actually have it affect my income. So next step will be a Patreon for the next probably the next couple months, working on improving Patreon while keeping up the YouTube quality. Whew. But you know, it goes. I'd rather be doing this than delivering pizza. That was not fun. I gotta tell you, every time it rains and it start pouring rain, and I'm just sitting at home, I'm like, I am so glad I'm not delivering pizza in this anymore. Like every single time.
Specifically hard rain.
Yeah, specifically the hard rain because that was the worst. You just get soaking wet. They don't give you any nice jackets or whatever.
Our franchise didn't even give us like jackets with like we had like the regular jacket.
Yeah, we had to wear a hat, and we had like heavy jackets for the cold that were technically water resistant, but our heads and legs still got soaking wet in the pouring rain, especially when it rained sideways. Our necks were cold.
Or if it's like a really humid rain, so you can't wear the jacket.
Oh yeah,
just boil alive.
it was awful. Delivering pizza in the rain is awful.
It's sometimes great,
Especially
when,
like
people,
1 a.m.
Like, want to tip you, and then sometimes people just do not care.
Yeah.
They're like, you look like a drowned rat. Here's
Delivering
30
pizza in the
cents.
pouring rain is just awful. I really didn't
Sorry,
like
I will shut up. I keep going
it. You're okay.
I'm apparently in a mood today.
Yeah. But every time it rains, I'm kind of appreciative of the job that I have. Honestly, I'm appreciative like every day. I'm like, holy crap, I actually get to teach Go for a living. I mean, how cool is that? How cool is it that I got my dream job? Like, I spent 10 years wanting to make a job in the Go community. More than 10 years, actually. Like 12 or 13 years wanting to make a job in the Go community. And I finally did it. All it took was me just saying, hey, screw everyone that wants me to get a normal job. I'm just going to do this. Hey, Basal. See, I got the dream job. I got the desk job, the cubicle, the dream. That Stardew Valley scene hit me a lot harder than it should. I had exactly what the stereotypical thing that everyone wanted, and I was like, this is not me. This is not for me. What am I doing? I'm just doing what I told, not what I want to do with my life. Yeah, I'm very thankful for my job. So I gotta work hard to make good content for you guys. And I think I'm working pretty hard. Maybe not. I could be working harder. It's I could definitely be working harder. I'm trying to balance though, like not overworking myself, um, spending time with the wife, actually having fun, and visiting family. They're trying to convince me to go to Go Club, guys. And the reason it takes convincing is because Go Club's like 2 hours away, and they're the only friends that I have is Go players. They're like, "Hey, you need to see your friends." And I'm like, "Yeah, but that's money, and I have to work really hard to earn this money, and I want to put it in a savings account." And they're like, "No, go see your blasted friends and spend the money to see your friends." It's an expensive subscription fee to have friends, guys.
Listen, having $1 million in savings is not worth it if you die of sadness.
I'll just be a sad millionaire, though.
Millionaire if you die of sadness.
I'm not gonna die of sadness. I have you. Love you. Don't glare at me. That was supposed to flatter you. I sit here trying to make a compliment.
How much pressure that is. I'm your only source of happiness in the world.
Oh man. Try to give her a compliment and she just turns and glares at me.
No glare. This is a glare.
You're about as intimidating as a teddy bear. All right, 6Q to 4Q. Do we have anyone? What would be front end quality? I'm hiring. I've started hiring someone for thumbnails. If that helps.
Great job too.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job. Oh, you want to see some sneak peeks? You guys want to see some sneak peeks? I have sneak peeks just exclusively for streams. By the way, this is who I hired. Pretty good. Boom. There's one thumbnail. Let me actually get a... No, not that. Da, da, da. I want display one. So this one, this one, and this one. These are sneak peeks. But the reason I waited to hire someone is because I needed to know what I was looking for. Oh, hey, MC, cool. Just send me your OGS username. So I signed up for a YouTube, I don't even, what would you call it? A boot camp, I guess? Kind of like a YouTube boot camp. And learned like what I was looking for, or like what was required and whatnot. And then once I got a good idea of what I wanted, that's when I started to hire a thumbnail person. So yeah, I do have someone hired for thumbnails. Probably after I get this Patreon thing figured out over the next couple months, I'll start focusing on the next thing, like maybe Facebook. I've gotten better at marketing in Facebook and Reddit, but while marketing to Facebook and Reddit, I've noticed that's when I noticed that it's easier to market in other communities than the Go community, which is kind of funny and ironic. Because you have to market slightly differently. It's really weird. There's a lot of Power Rangers. There's a lot of Power Rangers. There we go. I found you. I just had to put the S. House Targaryen. That used to mean more. My wife had the username Daenerys, and they were like, maybe we should change the username now. It used to be so much cooler. Okay, let's go ahead and send a challenge, and then we'll pause the game. And do our little intro stuff. Yeah, Shivatek, I'm not sure how to organize my videos. That is something I've been thinking about quite a bit. So first the idea was I need to just like get better quality, obviously. But how to like organize videos on YouTube is actually quite difficult. So I was thinking that maybe like when I get around to the website, I could just organize everything on the website. but I'm not sure how to organize them. Like, I got playlist, but aside from playlist, like, YouTube doesn't have a good system. I should get rid of the website. What would you recommend for organizing videos? Because I don't have a solution for that at the moment.
Game started. Game paused.
I do have playlists on YouTube. I have several playlists on YouTube. Like, I have the Clossi Approach series. I have the How to Play Go series. I have the Beginner Lecture series. And eventually I'll probably be making a Joseki series and an opening series, potentially. Um, you know, the problem with separating things by rank is a lot of people like to immediately just jump to their level, and usually what's keeping them at that level is stuff below their level. MC, you're fine. You can do what you want. Just whatever you want out of it. If you want to listen while I play, or if you want to just watch the recording later and just play and get surprised, it's whatever you want out of it. Yeah. Yeah, I do have playlists now, but it's still hard to find my stuff. Um, but there's no tag organization on YouTube. Ah, I don't know. I'm constantly trying to improve my content, so I think the playlists are definitely there. But I think I maybe cleaned up my homepage a little bit to make it easier to see the playlist. But the playlist definitely existed. It's just it's hard to find my stuff. I don't know how to organize it. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas for organization, just let me know. But preferably in Discord because we're about to start the recording. Yeah, thank you for the feedback, Shavatek. It's I appreciate it. All right, all right, all right, all right. So I need to go ahead and restart the recording. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Clossi Approach series video. Today we have a great volunteer called Power Rangers. Let's see if I can defeat the Power Rangers. They are 4Q, and it's Clossi Approach versus Power Rangers. Let's see who the real winner is. We're gonna continue our 6Q to 4Q. Again, this is just me giving you guys more examples of ways you can play. I'm not sure if I want to play normal moves and then just show how they work at 4Q, if I want to show you abnormal moves. So probably I'll just play normal today because I played abnormal last time. But make sure you're studying the new stuff. I really think studying is important at this level. Just basically the same stuff I said last time. You need to know you need to be mastering all the Q basics. Make sure you're rewatching the series, looking for anything that you might have missed. Reviewing your games a lot, asking for help with any sort of shapes or patterns that you don't know, looking up anything you don't know, like Joseki's openings, and studying a lot and doing go problems a lot, and then practice. I think it's all very important for this range. Going from 6Q to 1 Dan is going to be these are going to be some big hurdles, and it's not going to be fast. It's going to take you many months to get through this range, but the way you get through it is lots of effort over lots of time. So yeah, we're just gonna go right into it. So have a good game, and we're going to
Game resumed.
And shout out to my Patreon. Thank you all who support on Patreon and make this series possible and make what I do possible. Yeah, if you want to check it out, check it out. It will be in the YouTube link. It'll be in the description below. But on chat, I'll go ahead and paste it. But it's patreon.com/Clossius. Thanks to all who support and all those who support the future as well. Okay, I'm black. I was waiting on his turn. Okay, what do I want to do? Let's just play a normal opening. Let's play normal opening. Okay. Let's just play Chinese opening. I think a lot of people should be familiar with this. Chinese opening. All right, a little bit old-fashioned, but okay. I can dig it. Just take my points. Okay, there's the left side and the top side. Both are fourth lines, so look about equal, and I prefer to build mine, so I'm going to go here. I could also go Knight's Move, which would be perfectly fine. Yeah, this one's actually a little bit old-fashioned, too. I should have Knight's Moved. I could go Knight's Move now, probably, but I'm just going to go old-fashioned. He went old-fashioned, I'll go old-fashioned. It's okay. It is okay. You don't really have to worry about technically modern play until probably like 2 Dawn to 3 Dawn plus. That's when you have to start studying all the modern stuff. However, you need to be able to respond to your opponent doing modern stuff. That is important. What do I want to do? Excuse me. So if I go here, I can build thickness with the high stone, which would look nice, except this is on low, so I would need to get a jump to make it like really perfect. Seems interesting. I also could consider a double hane, so maybe if I go here and double hane, I can get the corner, and that would give him a Panuki right here. That's a lot of territory, and I kind of like territory. But probably we should go for Moyo. So let's just go this way. I think Clossi Approach is more Moyo oriented. Hello, Adam. Oh, Kilian. How are you? So what I'm expecting is either P17 or an 18. But the idea is if I get sent to here, I'm thinking about a jump. The other move is a cap, but this being on the third line, it's hard to build a Moyo from the third line because there's shoulder hits that exist. So I think a jump will just be more points. Okay, so the consequences of this one is I do get to squeeze into the corner if I so choose. But I don't want to choose to do that yet. This is a big move, though, because if he turns and I hane, he hanes and I hane, he Ataris, I connect, he Ataris, I Nobi, he connects. Now I could potentially cut right here, and he takes, and I go down. That's Panuki, though. I think I'm going to fix, but this is going to give him the initiative. I don't really like that. But probably I should fix, right? It's more basic. Yep, I'm just going to have to deal with it. It didn't go the way I wanted, so that's bad reading on my part. I didn't think about N18. Which means he's going to get to reduce, so white should be controlling the flow of this game now. But no big deal. Not a huge deal. Still better to just fix. Even though we lose a little bit control of the flow, we're not going to be losing the game or anything. But if we get cut off, then we could start seriously losing the game if we're not careful. So defense first. Okay, so he played over here. Alright, so I have the jump and the cap. This is like reducing while building, so I really want this move, but the shoulder head is so annoying. So I'll just go ahead and build. Just do my plan. I'm actually not sure which one's better. The cap may be better here. But this gives me a lot of territory, so it's nice. There's like 15 points here, plus maybe another 10. So that's already like 25 points. Let's say another 15 at least right there. That's already like 40 points. Maybe 45. And white has maybe, let's say 6 right there. 2, 4, 4. Let's say 5 to make it easy. So 10. Let's just round this to 5. 15. Probably 6 at least. So if there was 6 right here, then maybe 22. Then he has potential right here. So I'm gonna give him 10 points for the Moyo so far. Because if I get invade, he'll get 10 points on the outside. If I destroy the outside, I get 10 points on the inside. So at least 10 points right there, right? Because he has Miai to make it. So 32 plus Komi, so 38 and a half. It's not bad. Okay, this is Moyo versus Moyo, so I definitely want to destroy his Moyo while attacking this. So probably cut right here. I could also go right here, but I don't really want Moyo facing that way. I kind of want to be able to invade right here, because that's where the next big, like, this is where the next thing is to do. So when you're thinking about profit, you want to think, what's the next thing I want? So if this area wasn't the biggest framework, then this one would be. So I would want to maybe invade or reduce, but the left side is not as interesting as the bottom. So that means however I attack this stone, I want to think about how I can help this bottom area if it's possible. If I can make this fight relevant to the next thing, then I want to do that. So if I chase it this way, this would help the left, but if I chase it this way, it should help the bottom. Now the question is, do I want to cap or shoulder hit? This one has a lot more cutting points, so it's definitely requires more reading. It's too much. Let's go here. The simple is just is fine, but it's good to consider though. I was thinking if I shoulder hit, he has too many moves at like 09. There's too much Aji, so there's no reason to do it. Oh, 2-space jump. All right, check the cutting points. Because this is my Moyo. So, boop. So there, check my cutting point. Cut. Atari there, Atari there. He technically can Nobi. But not gonna Atari and then cut. And then cut. The fight should be in my advantage. He hunted this way and I pull back. And he Nobis. I can cut. Maybe get a lot of territory. Alright, so because this is my framework, I'm not going to back down from the fight. It's a little bit scary because it's not exactly super easy for me. But because it's my framework that he's running out of, I should be not afraid of fighting. I should just, rely on my reading. So I shouldn't be afraid to cut here. It's my framework, not his. So a fight should, in theory, be in my advantage. Okay, so I'm just going to Nobi back. I could Nobi up, but that just, and then cut, but that just gives a ladder, so that just doesn't work. I could also reverse Hane, which is interesting, but, so the ladder does work for me, technically. But that's probably broken shape and too greedy. Yeah. Because then if he just Ataris and I connect and connects, well, now he has an escape route and a way in. So yeah, it's just too greedy. Just too greedy. So now the question is, after he Nobis, I have a cut. This can get me some territory on the right for sure. Because Atari and then maybe Tiger's Mouth they turn. Or Atari and then push and then this cut might work. Which is very exciting. However, what's bigger? The bottom side or my right side? Because if I Atari, or if I cut, he Ataris in the tiger's mouth and I turn, he gets Sente to come see, like maybe play a 1-point jump or a 2-space jump or maybe a shoulder hit to try and seal this framework. But that's a lot of territory. That's a lot of territory. Probably this is bigger. Probably this is bigger. So I can either invade or I can continue the attack. So if I continue the attack, let's assume he fixes the tiger's mouth. Then I shoulder hit, knight's move, and jump. Then I invade. Possible. If I just invade, though, because this one is not completely Sentai, I think. Because my follow-up is a shoulder hit, and he has a knight's move. And if I cap, he just busts through the elephant. So I don't see an easy way to surround. This cap is definitely Sentai. The problem is I didn't want to push him that way. So what do I do? Maybe just save it for later. If there's no like Sentai attack, maybe just keep it weak and play elsewhere. Yeah, it looks like I could attack from this side, but it's not the direction I wanted. If I go here, I don't really see Sentai. But if I invade, he could potentially help this in Sentai, because that means he gets to attack and build thickness in Sentai, and then go back and destroy my points, because he'll have support with thickness. Oh, tricky, tricky, tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. When I read this, I wanted to cut. No, in hindsight, maybe I should have just did a 2-space jump and not tried to cut immediately, because now it feels very strange to not cut. Because normally when you threaten to cut, you need, or if you peep, you need to cut. Doesn't White want to play K9? Yes, White does want to play that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. K9's very big. It's definitely one of the moves. So the moves I'm looking at is the cut, the cap right here, and the invasion. I really should cut because it's the follow-up to my plan. But I feel like it's just too small. I think you're right, though. I think destroying the Moyo is probably the best. Because even though you can't find, like, Black's biggest move, you can easily find White's biggest move. Yeah. You can easily find White's biggest move. So maybe the play for this move is if you can't find your biggest, then stopping your opponent's biggest might be the play. I think that's how we're gonna make this decision. Because this is like right here is definitely White's biggest move. So if we have 3 options that we can't decide between, pick the one that stops your opponent's plan. I mean, it sounds very logical. It sounds very easy. So if you're stuck like that, then maybe that's a good way you can think about it. I like that. I like that. This definitely feels like the right move. This is the move that I wanted to play, but it just feels Gote, and I'm very scared of being Gote. Probably that's bad. Like my habits from Dawn is like Gote gives your opponent the control of the game, and it's very scary. But maybe, but it's fine. It's very basic to be Gote. Like Gote is not always bad. It's a very large move. The more I look at this, the more I like it. Yeah, I agree with you, Juko. The more I look at this, the more I like it. Just because it's White's move, like that's what I was constantly worried about is White getting this. So yeah, just prevent it. and it seems to work. Which I guess you could call that biggest framework as well. This just reduces the biggest framework while also applying pressure. So even if it's Gote, it's still the biggest move. I like it. I like it. Good problem solving. This is a good problem solving position right here. AI probably disagrees, but you know, who cares? We just need to follow our Clossi approach to down level, and then we can worry about the AI's reading with that 50 move reading. All right. So white did go in. So we are going to be short on territory now, which is a little bit scary. So we still have at least 25 points. The problem is we have nothing on the rights as of right now. We can get something on the right for sure, but as of right now, we have nothing on the right. White technically has 18 points. So it's actually pretty close because now that this is not Mii, we can't give 10 points to white right here because we can invade this and there's no 10 points on the outside anymore thanks to this stone. So this is no longer Mii, so we can't count 10 points here. Even the 6 points are questionable because of the slide. So we can only count 5, 5, and 6 plus Komi. So it's actually pretty close. So, continue the attack or not? I think the way to continue the attack is going to be this cap. Or shoulder hit. But the shoulder hit is a knight's move. Cap is an elephant's eye. And then I push him down. Then Hane, there, cut, Tari, there, Tari, turn, there, push. Or net. I guess I could net. A lot of cutting points, though. It's a lot of cutting points. Let me visualize it. Okay. There, cut, knight, push, cut, Tari, there, Tari, connect, net, peep, there. White's almost completely alive. And white gets Sente. I could shoulder hit. Do a leaning attack. Or you just invade. Like this invasion. So it's basically, can I attack this, yes or no? If not, I'm going to invade. That's basically what it is. I really should try to attack though, if I can. Because attacking is more powerful if you can. Alright, so let's at least get the diagonal. I think that's fair. I don't really like the elephant in this position. This is also more consistent. But at this point, I think white's getting out of our line of influence, so it's getting more and more difficult to surround white. So I think, can we get like one more? So knight, jump, Tanuki, cap. Oh, that's not the right direction. Okie dokie. So we're gonna take his move. Your opponent's move is usually your move. I would love to go here and just take the tiger's mouth, but that's a lot of cutting points. Maybe it's a little bit overplay. I would love to do this if I could, though. Okay, I go here. Yeah, this is just surround because he didn't run away. This is our chance. This is the first questionable move by white, I think. He was doing quite well. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I'm overthinking. That is a thing that I tend to do. But probably it's like habits from because I've been trying to play in like Youngusing League. So it's probably habits of read everything before you play. Which I don't really have the time settings to do that. So I shouldn't be doing that, but it's fine. It's fine. But I'm also reading my opponent's gonna play like a Dawn player. And trying to figure out like what's the best move. And that's probably not the right habit for this video series. Technically, I should be like reading slightly less than I am and relying on basics more. But it's fine. I think showing you guys how I go about problem solving could be interesting. I think we have a slight advantage now as black. Okay, so I can keep trying to surround. This attachment is very exciting, but probably doesn't work. Yeah, it seems to be overplay. Because attach, Hane, cut, Tiger's Mouth Atari, and then Atari your way out. So if he Hanes, I have to pull back. Then he fixes, and if I Hane, he can jump up and cut me off. So probably too much. What I was looking at was actually this peep. Because this peep actually almost fixes my connection while threatening his connection. So it kind of fixes me in Sente. I could just jump here, but that's probably too passive. I could go here. That one is a kind of a shape to Suji. Here, and if he blocks, I can clamp, and if he Tiger's Mouth, I Atari, and I have a Tiger's Mouth, and then I could go here, which would be amazing. The weakness to it is if they go here, but then I can cut through. So the question is this profit worth the top side? Because then I'm in trouble too. Probably not. I could attach though and threaten to it. And then he goes down. And then I cap. Or shoulder hit. It's very exciting if I wanted to surround, which would be super fun. But I don't know. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much. I think leaning attack sounds very interesting here, though. Probably this is a Dawn move, though. I don't think this is a Porky move. This is way too much. That's way too much. Okay, let's back up a bit. What are my basics? I have a weakness. Let's fix it. So let's just start fixing. Defense first. It's close, but I think black should have a small advantage. Not by much, though. Okay, then here, just fix and Sente.
Byoyomi.
Yep, let's just start fixing. And Byoyomi, let's just simplify the game. Simplify the game. I don't need to be complex reading right now. Okay, that is not Sente to me, though, so I'm fixed, so I can now Tsunuki and go to the next big move. The reason to peep at 013. No, not unless you're fixing something. Like, peeps are always bad, unless you need something in Sente. So, for example, I needed to fix my cut in Sente, so I could go play the big move. That's what I use the peep. Or if you're preventing eyes, that's also good. But here, I don't have to fix anything, so why would I help him make good shape? Hane is normal. Then there's also this one. I'm gonna Hane. Probably I should have played J3. This is probably bad habits. Of just trying to make it look like good shape. Instead of just playing the local shape. I don't know. It's fine. Ooh. Ooh. Exciting, but that's not how this shape works. So Tiger's Mouth is the Vita point. So you're either supposed to Nobi or Tiger's Mouth. Because now you have two problems. Oopsie. Shape knowledge. This comes from practice. Honestly, this is just game experience. There's no shortcut for this one. But now he's getting the experience, so hopefully he'll know this crosscut in the future. Yeah, this is way too easy for black. So if I wanted to, I could use, like, because my moves are obvious, I could use the time to read other stuff. But I've already read this stuff up here. I've already counted. I will need to recount after this finishes. I am like, slightly worried about this cut right here, but I think I could just sacrifice it and just walk in. There's no cut right here as far
10,
as I know. There might
9,
be, actually.
8.
Yeah. But yeah, you can use your time strategically right here, since the moves are obvious. So, let's see. There. Yeah, I'm fine. No, that's an Atari. No, I'm not. And then fix. Atari there. That's a ladder. That's fine. So this one should be fine.
10,
yeah, okay, I'm good.
9.
I was just scaring myself for no reason. But it's good to double check. Okay, so there's no 5 points here because I have C3 now, thanks to the second line move. There's 5 points here, maybe. So I'll give him at least 5. 6 points, but I'll make it 5 to make it easy to count. So 10 plus 16, or sorry, plus 6.5. So that's 16.5, which is 6.5 for Komi. Let's say 2. So 18. 2 or 4. I'm gonna give him 2. I'll just make it 20 points, make it easy. So I'm very far ahead right now. The only position that white can make now is the left, but don't forget I can block. So I'm very far ahead right now. Yeah, this was a big blunder by white. This was white's side, and I settled too easily. Okay, this is fine. So what he's doing is he's fixing the S18 squeeze. So that's very reasonable by white, actually. Should I just go here? That's probably too much, yeah. Because when he takes, then I just block here. Then I get bases for both, which is more valuable. But it's too much. I don't like my opponent doing things to me in Sente. So let's just fix. It's fine. It's fine. And then if he takes this, it has to be Gote. So moves that I have, yeah, I have N2, I have C3, I have C8, and D13. And C13 and C12. So the question is the corner bigger than the side, or is the side bigger than the corner? Because I don't think N2 is the biggest right now. It'd be nice if I can cut something right here. If I can cut through right here and get into, it'd be very big. But right now, maybe not. Probably the left side is bigger. Maybe a C7 is where I want to play. Because then maybe Shenanigans can make this cut activate. Also, it feels a lot more Sente on the left. Like, a lot more pressure on him to respond. But technically, it's his initiative, so we have to see what he plays. He gets to choose what happens next now. So yes, that was assuming he gets C12. This is very reasonable. Starting a fight in your area. But I don't want to fight in your area if I don't have to. That's the problem. I don't want a weak group in your area. I think a lot of people would
10,
responder here, but he's
9,
already alive.
8,
He's not a cutting stone.
7, 6,
I'm
5.
just gonna go play a big move. I don't want to run in your area. That's scary. That'll give you profit. So I'm just gonna go play a big move. If he was a weak group, it'd be different, but he's not really that weak. It would take too many moves to make him weak. So just save the Aji. I don't know if I want to, like, kill it, though, like with H10, because technically it might get weak later. But right now, it just doesn't feel weak. So I can Hane in 2-space jump. I can Nobi in 2-space jump. Pushing up, also possible. I want to push up.
10,
Threatens the cut, threatens the
9, 8,
but it's
7,
Hane ahead of 2 stones, but then I
6.
get a base on his side. So I think it's okay. Like, I think this is one of the exceptions. Because I'm kind of threatening stuff while doing this. Let's just jump. And you can see, like, my shape isn't all that bad. Normally, Hane ahead of 2, he builds a Moyo, but there's no Moyo here. So it's not that bad. Okay. And shape. Now I have Ice Space. Yay! Ice Space. It's super great to have. And now there's questions with cutting points, so N2 is getting bigger and bigger. I'm probably over-fixating on N2, though. So let's just delete that from my mind for a minute until it becomes relevant. This Nobi's looking kind of nice. Maybe not so much. Maybe it's just Attach and Hane that looks nice. C12 is getting big, though. Because if I attach with Hane and then get cut off, C12 becomes very large. Is that Sentai? It's feeling Sentai. This is a Knight's move. I can
10,
Sabaki this area, though.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I'm going to get a big move and Chinooki this one more time, simply because there's definitely a cut right here, but it's just points. There's no weak group. These 2 stones are not cutting stones. So it's only a framework. And if this framework's bigger than this one, because this also threatens that, then I should be able to reduce this. That's my plan. I might be wrong. Maybe I should have just fixed and destroyed the points. I might be wrong, but it feels like just finishing the game with territory, by getting territory, is gonna win me the game. And if this is just a framework, then I can just reduce it. That's my plan. I need to be careful of this group, though, after this Hane. This 1-point jump is not Sentai. Reasonable, but I think you're about to die. There, turn, empty, cut, Hane. Cut, there. Nope, not quite. So there, Hane, there. Connect Hane. You might die. There's a chance for this cut to activate. But will he get 2 eyes on the side? Let's read it further. There, empty, there, Hane. Okay, then I'll just connect. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care about that. Nice reduction, though. If he clamps right now. Well, yeah. If he clamps and I walk up and he blocks, then I have to connect and he fixes. That's a pretty nice reduction. If I go here, he Ataris, and now I'm on the second line. Yeah, it's a pretty nice reduction. So I'm going to connect, because I want Sente. Because he reduced, I need to make a Gote if possible. So now you have to fix, or I'll still get the points again. So probably Nobi. It's a pretty good reduction, though. Okay, so this is big, this is big, this is big, this is big. This one's the safest. I'm going with the safe option first. Just so I don't get attacked, because I feel like I'm winning. Last time I counted, I'm winning. So I'm going with the safe option, just to increase my win percentage. This is the only problem I have on the board. So it should be the only way for him to make a comeback. I technically have some problems up top, though. If I get cut, I have some questions on top. I'm going to defend this way to give me a monkey jump. Did I just give him a double peep? Kind of, but not really, because I have too many liberties. But there's a vital point right here. Not anymore. Do I want to fix this? There's an Atari and an Atari. When I go down, he connects on Atari. There's an Atari and an Atari. Atari, go down. Atari, take. Atari, connect. I guess.
10.
Whatever. Whatever. I really wanted to get that, though. I don't want to lose Sente. I hate losing Sente. I don't want to lose Sente unless I choose to lose Sente. I only want to lose Sente when I choose it. I don't want to lose Sente when my opponent's making me play go-to moves. It's not fun. I'm still not 100% alive, huh? It sucks. That's a weird move. Oh, I see how it works. So if I Tiger's Mouth and you Nobi, then I go to cut and you push and then cut. Clever, clever, clever. Oh, clever little punk.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
That's a cool
4,
move.
3, 2.
That's a cool move. That's my eye space. That feels important. That feels important. Okay, D17's out. Only have D18. Hello, Space Eagle. Can I lower the volume? Yes. Base is more important than one stone. Oh, that's such a cool move. K17 is such a cool move. I think this is a mistake, though, because if he would just Nobi back and I connect, he has the Hane at J18. But now he Nobi's back, I connect, he connects, I connect. I got 4 points. So probably the follow-up wasn't as cool, but that one was cool. K17 was cool. But you're giving me the cool move. This is not the cool stuff. Atari, Nobi, cut, push, there, cut. Okay, so I can't
10,
kill it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Wait, I gotta sacrifice
4,
period.
3.
Because if I go here like I
2,
want to do,
1.
he Nobis and I
4
there,
periods
he
left.
connects and I'm cut. Oh, sorry, he cuts and I'm cut. So it looks
10,
like my move is
9.
here. That's what fixes all 3 cuts. That's the one that fixes all 3 cuts. So now if he Nobi's back and connect and he cuts, then I can push and cut right here. Also, if he pushes, I can now cut right there. So that's the one that fixes all 3 cuts. Wait, did I misread? I thought I couldn't do this. No, I didn't misread. He's confusing me now. He's playing brain games. Oh no. He's attacking my confidence. Confidence stealing to Suji. I was very confident in my reading, then all of a sudden I wasn't. Confidence stealing to Suji. You make your opponent question everything that they know. Oh. Ooh, that's a good all or nothing move, maybe. Okay, so we have to count, because now we have to know how much we can give. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 45, 6, 28, 30.
10,
At least 30.
9,
Like 0,
7,
2,
6,
4, 6,
5,
8, 10,
4,
12, 14,
3,
16.
2,
Let's see, 18,
1.
20.
3
22,
periods
24,
left.
26, 28, 29, plus 6.5. So I need like 6.5 points. This should be good enough, technically speaking. This is plenty. This is fine. It's game's closer than I want it to be, though. I would rather have a bigger lead, because if he cuts through here, he actually might be winning. I made some poor choices somewhere, and I'm not exactly sure where. Maybe too many slack moves trying to play defensive. Hello, Ryuk. Okay, so now I have 2, 4, 6, 8 to make up what I had, but he's gonna gain like 5 in Gote. Or I can gain like 3 in Sente, 2 or 3 in Sente. I really wanted 10 points over here and only got like 3. That was a good reduction. And that one was also a good reduction. So I think, so it's his Yosei Tsuji's that are really messing me up. That's a big move. I really wanted that move. Really wanted that move. Is this Sente? Oh my gosh, it's Sente. Holy fudge. He's finding all the good Yosei. He's gonna win because of Yosei. Holy crap. What? What? You are crazy. No. There's no way this works. Absolutely none. Not a chance. That is overplay 100%. 100%. 100% overplay. All right, well that helped me out a lot more than it should have. Because that's like 7 points right there. That's a lot. That's he just lost his Komi in one move. 2 moves, I guess. Oh, you have such cool Yosei Tsujis, but So I think what it is he tries the Tsujis, which is really cool, but he doesn't quite have the rating to back it up. So keep doing Go problems because you have really cool ideas that definitely work sometimes, but you keep messing up the read. So Go problems, and you can see Aji very well, but you got to read it more carefully, more accurately. You got to read it more thoroughly. That's because on the one hand, he finds really, really cool Yosei Tsujis, but on the other hand, he immediately gives it back with a move that doesn't work. So this turn, I block Atari, and he can squeeze, but like, why? There's no point to it.
10, 9, 8.
If I go here, I can
7,
turn right there.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
That's a big move, though. Hello, Demon. Uh-huh. And then that one's almost 15 points. Not quite 15 like it normally is because I have a monkey jump, but close to 15. Probably like 7 to 10 at least. He's just checking, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Hmm, 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 hmm. Check your life and death. This is like 3 or 4 points. This cut's getting big though. So shoulder hit.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Let's just
4,
fix.
3, 2.
Just fix. Just fix. Oh, I can turn my mic up. I try to keep it in the yellow though, but I can turn it up. Hopefully that will help. I don't know. According to like all the audio stuff, it says try to keep it in the yellow, but apparently yellow's too quiet. So I don't know. I don't know. I think it could also be the distance from the mic because if I go right here, maybe I just broke your ears. Um. That is better. Mic close. But the thing is, this is not something I could just attach to my shirt.
Yeah, I have the last mic.
Somebody needs a mic stand. Yeah, I need like the one with the arm or whatever that I can put it like right here in my face. Yeah. I have the money for a streamer setup, but I haven't been investing in streamer stuff because I've been trying to invest in YouTube stuff.
Some stuff carries over.
Oh.
Same.
Fine. Put the freaking arm attachment thing on the Amazon list.
Okay.
I'll buy it. It's gonna be like hitting you in the elbow though.
It's gonna be what?
It's gonna be like hitting you in the elbow. I have very tiny office space. Well, above is our kitchen shelves. That's where all the groceries are. So that's what's above me. I don't know if I want to add like more weight to that or attach it. Maybe I could. It could be fine. Maybe if I attach it at the right place.
If you attach it to the one with the boxes and not the can.
Yeah, where the spices are. Huh? Okay, that's just gote. No big deal. Whatever. Bum.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I'm doing it because I don't have a lot of time. Ah, this is stupid. This is a bad move. Ah, okay, cool. He fell for it. He should have just Atari'd and given up one stone and taken Sente again. Oh, man. Isn't Elm 6 big? No. Because the 2 stones are what's big. M6 stone, he can just connect and then give up 1 stone. Sente is the biggest thing right now. You just reducing in Sente is kind of the biggest thing. Oh, hey, I can connect this because he gave me E18. Boop. That actually is a big blunder. 05 is a big blunder. He should have just given up 1 stone. This is a lot of points. This is a nasty amount of points. So yeah, he was actually gaining quite a bit on Yosei. And then he started losing quite a bit in Yosei. So the fanciness is good, but only when it works. If it doesn't work, you can't just lose points. So gotta improve the reading in Yosei. The cleverness is there, but the reading is not quite there. That doesn't work. I know what you're trying to do, but that's not right. Oh, you going for a ko? That would be... No, there's no ko. Okay. There's no ko. I'm just silly. I'm just silly. Yeah, this is probably game over. Yeah, if I... Oh, Tengen cut right here. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, if he cuts right here, I'm going to turn right here at L7. And then he can't connect these 2 stones. Because it would be 1 liberty. Okay. Click. Yeah, you could see that this game was actually a lot closer than I expected, but the thing that gives me like such a huge victory here is just a few minor things. So for example, the Tsuji up here, he shouldn't have lost the 2 stones, but the Tsuji originally was a really good move. And then I was like, oh, he's getting a lot of endgame Tsujis. I'm in a lot of trouble. But then all of a sudden, he plays a Tsuji that doesn't work. So if you improve the reading right there, that'd be good. Also, immediately respond to your opponent's move instead of thinking about this. That's a bad habit. It's not reading the sequence before playing the first move. So if you read the sequence and you're like, okay, let's just prevent it and just give up 1 stone and prevent it. So it's stuff like that, and it just adds up. So it's like, it's not like you're making like a giant 20-point mistakes. It's that you're making a lot of like 5 to 6 point mistakes, and you make several of them. Yep, I'm good. That's what's really making the difference is the I guess you could call it the sharpness in your play. So it's not like we're doing anything. It's not like I'm doing anything that he can't do. It's just I'm more accurate and clean with my play. I fight for Sente probably a little bit more than he does, and my reading is a little bit more accurate. But this is what I mean by, like, I can't hold back against 4Qs, and whatnot. Because if I held back, I would have been in a lot of trouble. So I have to like play my best, and then when he makes a mistake, which you should, if you're a Q player, you're gonna make a mistake, otherwise you'd be done. That's when I have to capitalize on it and punish it.
10,
But if I don't
9,
punish
8,
it, or if I
7,
don't
6, 5, 4,
play in a way that allows me to be solid and fight for Sente, I'll lose. Yeah, I've had this second channel for quite a while. It's so I can stream to YouTube as well, without violating the terms of service.
You didn't do a good enough job explaining them to people.
I'm sorry. Changing to the channel, I wouldn't say I regret it because I really have been able to reach my YouTube audience a lot more. So I got what I wanted out of it. I guess my not quite regret, that's not the right word for it, but bad feeling about it is I wish I didn't have to change the channel. I still wish I could stream on Clossi. That's the channel I want to stream on Twitch on, but I want to stream on YouTube as well, and I can't do it on Clossi. I'm not allowed because of the affiliate agreement.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Like I had such a following on Clossi, and I lost a lot of viewers because of it too. This one looks bigger.
10, 9.
I think this one's bigger. Yeah, you're probably right, Crossfair. I could have marketed it a little bit better.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Fine. Fine. Annoying clock. Yeah, but if you terminate affiliate, then probably you'll never be allowed to get it again. And I don't want to take away affiliate from myself in the future. Tar there, push.
Is Brosher in the chat?
10,
Yeah.
9, 8,
They'd be happy to know what
7.
game I'm playing, I feel like.
Yeah. He already made a comment about us playing League of Legends in Discord. It was funny. I see dead stones. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oopsie daisy. Maybe they're not quite dead. I think I see a way out. Yeah, I see a way out. I don't think it was that one, though. I think the elephant's eye was the way out. Because I have a net right here. I have a net. I don't even need the net because you're dead. Oh, snap, oh, snap, oh, snap. Oops. To be fair, I took me a while to see that. I should have checked that before tunicking. That's bad habits on my part. I should have Atari'd and checked the cut way before this. I should have seen this way earlier. This is not good on my part. I was talking and I just got lazy and didn't read it. Bad Clossi.
Again?
Well, yeah, I didn't kill my opponent soon enough.
You have won.
Thank you for the game.
That's better than South.
No, this isn't go problems. This is read before you leave. Read before you leave. Okay, so you guys can't see the graph, but let me show you the graph. This is what I mean. Like, the game was so close for so long. The game was so close for so long. This is why I say I can't hold back against 4 keys. I cannot hold back against 4 keys. Black is up by 2.5 points right here. Okay, I cannot hold back against 4 keys. I have to play my best, and when they give me an opening, I have to punish it. Yeah, so it's a 2.5, 6.5, 7. Okay, so I thought this was like homey, but apparently it was only like 3 points lost. It should be bad though. It's definitely negative. Definitely negative. Yeah. This one was a big mistake. This is 13, 19, 22, 20, 27, 29, 31, 30. So it went from 9 points to 30. So that was a 20-point mistake. Yeah. I don't know if you said you muted it, so I'll go ahead and repeat. You're really good at finding the Aji in Yosei, the Yosei Aji. Like this move was really cool. Like I couldn't cut that move off. And then your follow-ups were kind of a mistake because I think you didn't see this move or something. So I think the follow-ups were a mistake, but it was really cool because it technically worked. So you're really good at finding the Aji, but you're not so good at reading the follow-ups of it. But if you compare that to like this nose right here, this nose shape right here, this is not a good move because I just cut it and it just dies. And so you just gave me points. So what I thought was you're really good at finding the Aji, but you're not so good at reading the Aji out yet. So you gotta do more reading. So more go problems to speed up your reading. Gotcha. Yeah, so I thought that you have a lot of potential with your in-game with finding Tesujis and stuff. You're definitely looking at the Aji in the right areas, but your reading just isn't up to par with your creativeness yet, if that makes sense. And that's what really lost you the game. Is just you found Aji, but you couldn't really do anything with it. And then, so yeah, here this peep and push, you've got to see that it doesn't work. So why are you giving me more dead stones? Instead, you could simply connect in Sente, right, and get the points in Sente. So if you compare that to this, then that's potentially like 6 points better. Yeah, if you could improve your reading with your feeling, I think the end would have been a lot better. So let's review this game. Boom, boom.
Review
Turn off
started.
display capture. All right. So we both played old-fashioned here. Probably I should just go here. This is more modern. Clearly, because I kind of got messed up at the 3-3. 3-3 was not modern back when this shape was played, but now it's modern, and now the 3-3 kind of messes you up. So I think I understand why this one isn't played anymore. I would rather have this one, because now you can't just 3-3 me. I actually was kind of tripped up right here. I was like, I don't know what to do. Okay, played normal. I really didn't want to play this one. I wanted you to play this one so I could play here. You played, well. This is big. I thought you might reduce or something, though. Maybe here. But maybe it's fine. Your move's fine. Like, it's an even game. You went in. Shoulder hits are more common. Shoulder hits and caps. This is a little bit of a strange spot, but okay. 2 space. Very brave. Very, very brave. This is my area, so I didn't want to back down from the cut. But in hindsight, maybe this was just too much because I want to... Normally, if you're going for the cut, just cut. And then I was looking at this, but this move is too large. It's too big. Too big, so I can't exactly follow it up. So maybe I should just go here and save it. Save the Aji. And this prevents you from doing a 2-space in, because now it's just cuttable. Yeah, now you're just gonna get cut somehow. So you have to do maybe 1 space, but even then, right? So maybe you have to do a diagonal and then I go 4th line. So maybe I should just save it. I was a little bit. I thought it was better than it was. This was fine. However, don't forget that technically speaking, you are cuttable right here. Which I assume that you read. That's a lot of points for me, though. Yeah. This was the first move I thought was not really up to par. Because you're supposed to run away. Like, this is the shape. This is what gets you out from the line of influence. So this one was the first slack move I felt. So here I just fixed and then played a big move. Probably I should be more aggressive here though. My move that I wanted to play was this one, but I thought this one was too dawn level and wasn't really fair. Because now you're just surrounded and it's a life and death problem for you. So I thought this one, and then if you went up, then I could potentially cap and then steal your corner later or something. I was looking at this one, which gives me this if you play it normally. However, white can go here, and I thought this trade might be not that bad for white. So I was looking at some sort of laning attack, but I thought maybe that's just too much. So I kind of just played simple here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So I guess I held back a little bit, because I should be more aggressive here. But that's probably too much. It's not applicable at this level. I would call it... well, this is an attachment and a diagonal. But I would call this a leaning attack. You lean on strength to get forcing moves to attack the group. So you could call it a leaning attack. You make forcing moves on strength to attack a weak group. Because I was looking at this one, but this just didn't work. Yeah, that just doesn't work. And then if I go back and go here to Hane, well, now you can see that black doesn't look that comfortable. So it's too much to attack you directly here. So I just got strength, which this is definitely bad for black because at the end of the game you still broke in right here, so this isn't even that strong. So it's just wasted moves. I didn't get the value from these moves. So definitely I should have did some sort of laning attack. It would have been so much better. Okay, so that's a bit of a mistake by black. But this one here, this crosscut is not the move. It's either Nobi or Tiger's Mouth. Because this crosscut, I just Nobi, and now you have two problems that you can't handle. So this crosscut's too much. And this is way too easy for black. Way too easy for black. This is white's side. I played an invasion, and I lived like very effectively, very fast. So way too easy. I considered just going here and like giving you that, and then going up here. But you know, maybe that's not good because technically these are some cool moves. So yeah, I'm probably correct with my decision to connect here. This is a little bit slow. If you wanted to attack this stone, you want to peep it. Because you always have to consider, like, is that stone actually a weak group, or is it just Aji? So if it's Aji, I can ignore it, unless it's important. So this would be the way to do it. That would be the way to, like, start on the left side somehow. Maybe just here. That would be much more effective. So if the cut doesn't, if I can ignore the cut, then consider the peep. There's 2 ways to attack, or 3 ways to attack the knights. Push and cut, jump through and cut, or peep. Those are the 3 ways to attack the knights. So I just ignored and played a big move. You spent too many moves in the center. Like, you have to fall up here at some point, and you never did. You've spent so many moves in the center here, and didn't get value for them. This was kind of cool, I guess. Maybe I should have resisted more here. But I thought you would live. I thought you would just live. Can go here. I guess this works. Okay, I missed the Vita Point. That's my bad. That's my bad. I missed the Vita Point. Tiger's Mouth is Vita Point, guys. I've said this before. I instinctively went here to stay connected, but I should punish the bad shape. There's bad shape here. I should punish it. There's a Knight's move into another Knight's move with a diagonal. This is just bad shape for black. Or for white, sorry. This is just bad shape for white. I should read the Aji and try to cut here. Yeah. I should have been more powerful here. This is too passive. And that's why white got away with too much here. You did lose Sente, though, so there's that. I went here. I really wanted to get this move. But I thought this was, like, 2 Sente. But maybe it's... I don't know! Go as hard! Go as hard. I was trying to be strong here. Maybe it was too passive. Bad peep again. Like, what are you gaining for it? You just gave me a monkey jump for no good reason. This Hane was good though, because it was Sente. I thought you were gonna aim at this Aji though. It doesn't work right now, but it's a lot of potential in the future. So I thought you would aim that. So I was kind of happy that I fixed it. But even with this is bad shape for me too, because that's a false eye. So you can technically do 1 and 3 in Sente at any time. This was cool. I really wanted to cut, but this Nobi is a double peep or a double problem. It's me eye problem. So there's that. Versus if I connect, you just connect there. Yeah, this was a cool move. This was not though, because the follow-up is here. That's how you get the points. Yeah, you're alive. You're alive. You're alive. No problem. No problem. Yeah, this is how 1, 2, and 3 is what I expected. That's where the points are. This kind of gave me points though. This is a bad cut. Just I don't know, fix? I don't know. Let me hear. Maybe that's the best. This is too easy for black. So this is a mistake. This is not good reading. This is looking desperate, but reasonably desperate, I guess. I mean, if you play normal, you're gonna lose because I'm several points ahead now, so you have to do something. So I kind of like that you were trying stuff here, but this was a really big move. The fact that it was Sente for you makes it so ginormous. But this is where I'm like, okay, now he's gonna just lose because the game was close, and you can't just give me points like this. Not in a close game, because I'm not gonna give you points back. If you give me money, I'm not gonna give it back to you. Not in Go. So here I'm fixing my Aji right here. Like there's a lot of Aji right here. So potentially you can like use that to get a lot of points right here. I'm like, okay, time to fix. Time to fix. And here, if you go right here and force me to and get a response, that's 3 points. Did you count? Because I do talk about counting and how counting is important. Yeah, very bad Atari. In hindsight, this is a very bad Atari. Because I can cut you and then cut. But the response is actually here. This is the way out. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Never mind. I lied. I lied. I thought you had more libbies than you did. Haha. Nope. I'm just bad. Okay. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So it just works. The fact that I Tanuki'd and without reading it is really bad on my part. Like as soon as you Tanuki, I should be like, okay, let's check this before I leave. Yeah, counting. You can't really play Go past this level without counting. I mean, you kind of can, I guess, but you really shouldn't. You really need to start learning how to count before down level. Because at down level, it's like impossible to make decisions without counting. I really should read this immediately. It's very bad on my part. I should push one more. But then you might fix here. No, because then Atari. Okay. Yeah, I should push one more. This is a silly mistake. Also, counting Yosei moves, I think that would help you a lot too. You can improve your Yosei by quite a bit. This is just a this is desperation. You can't do this. You have to do something or just resign because this is just not gonna work. Because I have a net, and you're just dead. I guess you're looking at this, but that's a bunny shape. The Rabbity 6. But I could just reduce, which is even worse. Yeah, you gotta read more. Well, I know you're in sudden death though, so. Yeah. Very close game. It was a very good game. It was quite a while. You lasted quite a while, cause right here, yeah, black's only about like 6 or 7 right here. So right here, even after your mistake, black's only up by 6. Before the nose, black's only up by 2.5. Right here. Getting D2 was really big. Yeah. If you play the good Yosei, you actually have a good chance. So, I think this is a good lesson for you. I think this is a good lesson for you. The difference between you and a Dawn player is not that much. It's mostly move accuracy, reading accuracy, and judgment accuracy. Right? So the problem is the reason it's such a vast gap. Let me turn off the display capture. The reason it's such a vast gap is because improving those things takes a lot of time. But I think if you can understand, like, the difference between your moves and Adon moves is very minor, it's just a few moves, then you could put more emphasis on improving the accuracy of your moves. And know that if you improve the accuracy, then you're actually getting much closer to Dawn level instead of trying to come up with brand new tactics or some major thing. No, it's just minor things. It's just those minor things are very, very hard to control without proper discipline, study, and practice, and they add up over time. Those minor things are what cause a huge difference at the end. So, for example, if the game's close and you make a 2-point mistake, then I win. But if you make a 2-point mistake 10 times, that's 20 points. So instead of like trying to find a way like, oh, it's 20 points, where can I gain 10 points? You're not going to gain 10 points at this level. You're not going to do it anymore. You're too strong. But if you can gain 2 points 10 times, that's 20 points. So try to find like, where are you losing 2 points? Where are you losing 5 points? And I'm not talking like the AI's like, here's -5 points. No, I'm talking like, where is shapes that you know that you could read and actually apply, but you didn't read it in the game. Where did you, like, for example, I think this Atari right here, that's -8 points. That's a huge blunder compared to if you just block. I don't think this read is impossible for you. I think it's actually very easy for you to read this. If I just gave you this, you would read it. But noticing it in the game and not just immediately responding when you're in Atari is hard. That takes a lot of practice. Yeah, well, it's practice reading and reading, yeah, but it's also reviewing your games and going move by move. It's doing Go problems every day, building up that discipline, building up your, like, stone visualization, right? Because like you said, you miscounted the liberties. Well, you can't do that anymore. Like, you have to be able to see the liberties at the end of a ladder. So it sounds easy, but it's really difficult. It takes a lot of time to do. But the good news is it's not like you have to learn something you don't know exists. It's not like you have to learn this new variation or tactic that you've never heard of before. No, it's literally just review your games, practice, do Go problems, review your games, practice, do Go problems, review your games, and do that for months. Do hundreds of games like that. And you need to work on, if my opponent puts me in Atari, how is this sequence going to end? And notice the problem before you just respond. That is hard. It takes a lot of discipline. But it's not like you can't learn it. It's not like you can't teach yourself this. So it's like pros and cons. The pro is you know most of the stuff you need to learn. The con is the stuff you need to learn takes a long time to learn and practice. But it's doable. It's doable. And that's what this level is. It's all about is just the discipline. It's the accuracy. If I make a blunder, this level can easily beat me. So I have to, like, watch my cutting points. I have to respond efficiently, right? It's just accuracy. And I think this is a good lesson for that, because you can see from the graph how close it was for so long. And then it ended up being like an 80-point victory. It's like, oh, a Dawn player beat a 4Q by 80 points. That's obvious. That's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that doesn't tell the whole story. That's actually a big fat lie. Because the game was really close for over 100 moves. It's just a couple little things went wrong, and then boom, it blew up to 80 points. But those couple little things is the difference between you and a Dawn player. So the result does not accurately reflect the difference in skill. The difference in skill is not that much. I say it's not that much. It's not that many things. It's just a lot to master those few things. And that's what this level is all about. If you are missing any information, you have to revisit all the levels before it. Like in the Clossi Approach series, I tell everyone to rewatch at this level to make sure you're not missing any fundamentals. And then it's just mastery of the fundamentals. That's what a Dawn player is. Mastery of the fundamentals. Okay, and that's what I teach you guys, Clossi Approach, right? Just master the fundamentals. We've added layers upon layers upon layers to get to Dawn. If you are missing one of those layers, your game's going to be incomplete and it's not going to be mastery. So you got to master the basics. Master reading before you leave. Master seeing the this cut and that cut. Like, check your cutting points. I mean, that's mastery, right? Always read the cutting points. Always read the cutting points. And yeah, but I think this is a good lesson. I think it was a really good game. You played 100+ moves and it was really close. So I think that's a good lesson. I think it's not just for you, but for everyone at this level. The difference between you and me, and it's not like I'm holding back all the match. Maybe I held back one time with the leaning attack, but it's not like I'm not trying to win. Like, I have to read a lot of stuff. I have to do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think the big pitfall here, is a lot of players start out like you and say, "Oh, I can hold off against a Dawn player," but then it all falls apart, right? So it's a big gap. So that means I have to learn something new or do something different. And like, oh, I don't have time to defend because if I defend, the Dawn player is just going to get it by 20 points. So I can't defend anymore. And then they start doing really bad strategies and really bad things and neglecting the basics. Instead of learning efficient defense or aggressive defense, they just neglect defense or neglect the cutting points or whatever, trying to speed up their game. But then they butcher all their basics and then they just get stuck. And yeah, some of their opponents can't punish them, so they get away with it sometimes. But the Dawn players absolutely can punish that. So they can't improve because half of their opponents can't punish and half their opponents can. And they're like, what am I doing wrong? What new thing do I have to learn? And it's actually not a new thing sometimes. It's actually, you need to unlearn something you just tried to do because you developed a bad habit. You neglected some of your basics. Yeah. And this is where a lot of people will get stuck. 3Q to 2Q, 3Q to 1Q is actually where more likely to get stuck than 6Q to 4Q, technically. But 6Q to 4Q, it's like, okay, we're almost done. But then 3Q to 1Q, they're like, okay, I'm almost done. Now I need to do something extra. No! The extra is what's going to keep you from done. That's what is going to make you stuck there. And I was stuck at 2Q for an entire year. Okay? One level for an entire year. I was stuck at 2Q because I developed a bad habit. I've seen plenty of people get stuck at 3Q to 1Q and not be able to reach that last threshold. And that's because they have bad habits. They have bad mental habits. They have bad strategies. And it just doesn't work. So you have the tools you need to get to Dawn level at this level, but what you don't have is the discipline and practice. So you need time now. You have all the knowledge now. Up to this point, if you've watched the Clossi Approach series, you should have like 80 or 90% of the knowledge. Like, maybe there's a couple things I missed, so you can get that with game reviews and stuff, but you should have almost all the knowledge you need. What you don't have is practice, reading, counting, discipline, accuracy, good mental habits. All the little minor things that are hard to improve, those are the things you have to improve. But as soon as you try to do something else, instead of working on those fundamentals, as soon as you try to do something else, that's when you butcher all your fundamentals, and that's when everything goes to crap and you get stuck. And then you have to undo stuff. You have to probably de-rank, honestly. You have to go backwards a little bit, relearn the basics and fundamentals, and then re-discipline yourself to not overplay like a crazy person. Yeah, sounds like growing up. Yeah, exactly. But if you go at this with the proper mindset and put in a good amount of time, this level is doable, but it's not supposed to happen overnight. You're not going to be able to do it in a month. You're not going to get from 6Q to 1 Dawn in a month. It's just not going to happen. I'll tell you, the fastest I've ever seen someone move, because I haven't seen Asian kids, so I don't know how fast they move, but I know they move stupidly fast. But from my personal experience, I was probably one of the fastest improving players that I know of at single digit Q. you can call it talent or whatever. I call it playing 20 games a day and having all the free time in the world and being a young person. I was a teenager. I only played Go. I hyperfixated on it. Played 20 games a day, 20 ranked games a day, and I was getting reviews daily. And then I was also getting pro lessons every week. So I call it like young person stamina. But you can call it talent or whatever. It's fine. But I was improving one rank every single week through single digit queues. I had gotten to 12Q, I want to say in a month. And then I moved a rank a week all the way up to 4Q. And then I was stuck at 4Q for like 2 weeks, and I was like, oh, I finally hit my barrier. And then I went to Go Camp, which is the AGA's youth Go Camp. And I came back, and then I got to 2Q. I was like, I'm super talented. I got to 2Q in like less than a year, which I think is actually equivalent to Fox Tudon, right? I got to 2Q in less than a year. I'm super talented. Everyone's praising me because I'm improving so fast. But then it slows down, right? It's supposed to slow down at some point in the single digit queues. So it slowed down. And all of a sudden, I wasn't able to improve a rank in a month. I went a month and I didn't rank up. And I was like, oh, this is not good. And then went 2 months, I didn't rank up. I was like, oh no, I can't improve anymore. I suck at this game. I've lost my talent. I'm not talented enough. And then it became a big mental barrier because I thought I wasn't talented enough. And so my game went to crap. My confidence went to crap. I stopped playing for a couple months and then ended up coming back. And it took me longer to get from 2Q to 1 Dawn than it did from a brand new player to 2Q. So getting from there isn't undoable. It's not impossible. It's just, it requires more than just talent and good luck. It requires time and discipline and yeah, mental growth. I like that. I like that phrase, mental growth. You have to mentally get stronger. It's less about skill at that point. It's more about mental strength. And that's what I lacked. I was probably just too young, but I had the misfortune of improving too quickly. So I had this misconception that ranks weren't that hard. And so I wasn't used to losing. I mean, I lost games. That wasn't it. I mean, like, I wasn't used to not winning after 2 weeks. I wasn't used to not gaining that next level. I wasn't used to failing and Go yet. And so I had to fail and fail hard for a couple months to get past that barrier, but I couldn't take the failure mentally, I guess. And so I failed harder than I even needed to. I probably could have gotten a 1 Dawn within a year if I didn't get stuck. If I didn't have that mental, I guess, lack of mental discipline. But I did. And so it ended up taking me 2 years to get to 1 Dawn. Even though they say talented people can get to 1 Dawn in a year. But I think it's a combination. I think 1 year for 1 Dawn is actually not very feasible or realistic for most people. But I will tell you this. Hard work and a strong mind will get to 1 Dawn faster than a talented, lazy person. Yeah. No, I legitimately thought, oh, I'll be pro in 2 years. I'll be AGA pro in 2 years. I have the talent for it. I legitimately thought that. And people were telling me that. So it wasn't just my fault. People online were telling me, oh, you're super talented, you could go pro. People were literally telling me this. So it wasn't just my fault. And then there was a couple people who were like, it's not going to be that easy, but they were overshadowed because I'm like, I'm only going to listen to the people that are encouraging me, not the people that are discouraging me. Yeah, the press percent. anyone can get to 1 Dan with enough time and hard work and mental discipline, but not anyone can get to pro. You need good mental discipline, good hard work for a long period of time, and talent to get to pro. But you don't technically need talent to get to Dan level. Talent makes your journey faster, but it doesn't necessarily make the journey impossible if you don't have it. Talent doesn't exist? I would say talent exists, but you could also call talent passion. I think talent exists. I think just our understanding of talent. I think we just shove a lot of the stuff under the talent rug. But I think passion, energy, focus, love of the game, of what you do, love it so much that losing doesn't stop you from playing another game and improving. That was one big thing. Like, losses barely affected me when I first started. Like, now they hurt and I get upset, but no, there's not, Radnor. But losses, I didn't even care. I was like, okay, I'll just win the next one. Okay, I'll just win the next one. I think that's why I was so talented, was I had the youthful naivety, and it just didn't hurt that much. I mean, it hurt enough that I wanted to improve. I want to do better next game. I'd be like, oh, why did I lose? But I'd be over it within like 30 minutes to go play another game. And that's how I was able to play 20 games a day without it being so mentally straining. But also, you don't have to read as much at double digit Q, to be fair. So the amount of, you can't play 20 games a day as a Dom player and play good games. I mean, you can if you're playing like fast games. So I could do it on Fox. I did it on Fox when I was preparing for a tournament. I was playing like 10 games a day. But yeah. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. We did go a little bit over the time, but hopefully people on YouTube also enjoyed this conversation. So as always, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Actually, before I end the video, I want to shout out my Patreon because I need to advertise this more. Patreon.com/Clossius. Link in the description for YouTubers. I want to grow my number of patrons. That's going to be something I'm going to be focusing on soon. I want to help as many people as I can, and give you guys more content, sponsor more lectures, etc., etc. So if you enjoyed this video and found this lecture helpful, please consider becoming a patron for $1 a month. It will go a long way if a lot of people do it. It'll let me reach a lot of people. I'll be able to keep doing this for a living, first of all. I'll be able to hire more help. So I'm already spending money on YouTube and stuff to improve the YouTube. I'll be able to hire lecturers and everything else. So for $1 a month, it can go a long way if a lot of people do it. So if you like this content, $1 a month would be super helpful. $5 a month will let you attend some stuff live. So for example, tonight, not for the YouTube, but for the people live now, tonight we have the Clossi class, which is on Wednesday nights. $1 a month, I'm going to give access to watching the class, but $5 a month, because the people that I need to give value to the people that support more. I mean, I want to give everyone value, but for the people who support more, I'm going to let the $5 a month join the class live. And then the Clossi class will be available for everyone. If you support on any platform, $1 or more, I'm going to make it available for everyone. So you'll get access to classes. And then I'm also, when I start hiring teachers, it's going to be the same way. It's going to be $5 a month can attend it live. $1 a month will get access to all the lectures. So that's kind of the idea, that's kind of the model I'm looking at going forward. We still have the private lessons and stuff, and the $25 tier for game reviews for the Clossi League. $1 a month, you can also join the Clossi League. And then if your opponent is a $25 tier, you get basically a free game review. Yeah, so I'm trying to give more and more value, and as I get more funding, I will be able to give more. I will be able to spend more money to do more stuff for you guys. So basically, $1 a month, the value will grow exponentially as more people sign up. So by you signing up, you're giving yourself more value. That's kind of the model I want to make. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, check out patreon.com/Clossius and support for $1 a month. And hopefully I'm giving you guys great value that's worth $1. Worth your time. I would hopefully it's worth more than $1, but if it's worth your time of signing up, hopefully I can meet that. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, and that's the end of the video. So again, we do have Clossi class tonight for those interested in that. That is on Discord. If you need any help with syncing up your Patreon to your Discord, there is an article for it. But if you still can't figure it out, like, ask on Discord for help. Plenty of people will help you figure it out. I will be too busy today to help. Unfortunately, I have to go with my wife to town. Then we have to go grocery shopping, and I have to get all that done before I come back to teach the Clossi class. So I will not be able to help you today, but ask in the Discord if you need help. And if you do sign up today and you still can't figure it out, when I get back tonight, just send me a message and I'll just manually add you for tonight. Just try to figure it out like within the next week or so. But I can manually add you tonight if you sign up today. So $5 a month will be able to attend it live. $1 a month you can get access to the lecture after I publish it. And it gets access to all the lesson videos under the supporters chat. Yeah, I'm sorry, Radnor. Yeah, so that's it for that. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I will post the link to Patreon one more time. And thanks to everyone who supports and lets me do this for a living. This series is possible thanks to the students, because the dollar patrons aren't high enough number yet. I appreciate the support, of course, but it's mostly the private lesson students that make it so I can just focus on doing this for a living and teaching you guys for a living. So big shout out to all my patrons who have been making the living thus far, and all the future patrons that will continue allowing me to teach you guys for a living. This is all possible thanks to the supporters on Patreon. So thank you so much. Yeah, so I will see you guys hopefully in the next video or tonight or whenever I see you. So see you when I see you. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.